It looks like we're live now. Wonderful. Okay.
What?
All right, chat, make sure to tell me if the music is too loud or not. It feels too loud, but when I did a recording test, it was quiet. So let me know what you think. Anyways, welcome everybody to Roll D5. We have an excellent one-shot lined up today, GM'd by yours truly, who is doing specifically Dungeons & Dragons for the very first time. So this is going to be fun because it's also a homebrew. So let's go through our lovely cast that we've got. First up, we'll just kind of go from my left to right on the stream. We'll start with Mika. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where we can find you, and just your character name for now.
Okay, hi everyone, I am Mika. Today I'm wearing my lovely lemon hat, since I am playing a lemon. I just love RPGs. Normally I'm a dungeon master, but today I'm a player. Very excited. And you can find me on Twitter at Goggleboy, Goggle, because the main characters in Digimon all wore goggles, and I wanted to be a main character.
I had been meaning to ask you that, like, for a long time. Why it was that.
There were a lot of people, like, when they follow me, they're like, oh, Google Boy, huh? I'm like, no, Goggle, you spelled it out. There are 2 G's.
Oh my gosh.
Sure. I am playing Don Lemon, the High Lord of La Lemon.
I love that name.
Awesome.
I love epic title names. All right, let's move on to our first special guest, which is Chase. Welcome, Chase. Tell us the same things. Who are you? Why are you here? Why did you say yes?
Well, because I think Anduin is pretty awesome. That's why.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, I am from Level 1 Geek. You know, people who's all about getting people introduced into the hobby of TTRPGs. We do TTRPG content over on Twitch. And yeah, that's pretty much it about myself. I am playing Crosston, an Aarakocra Ranger. I don't have the voice quite yet. I'm gonna spit it out as soon as we start, and whatever comes out is gonna stick for the session.
I love it.
I wore this lovely shirt because these kind of look like brothers. They're not, but we can pretend they are.
It's close enough. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Let's go over to Bramble. Welcome. Tell us the same things. Tell us all the things.
So I'm Bramble, and I am a professional game master and streamer, and you can find me over on Brambleberry Games. I run a channel over there, highlighting generally indie TTRPGs, but also every once in a while we get like D&D or Pathfinder or some of the bigger names, but really try to show off the little guys. Also, I am playing Lunar Echo of the Gemstone Fjords tonight, and we went with blue because, you know, ice and stuff.
And it's pretty.
Yeah.
And it's pretty.
But I was told it's like cold.
That is true. It is cold out.
So like, I'm going with that.
Good. I love that. And last but very not least, you'll recognize Matt from here and the Level 1 Geek. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Matt, even though you're here all the time.
Absolutely. Hey, y'all. I'm Matt. I'm super excited to be here. Super excited to play with y'all. And if you want to keep up with me, you can, of course, find me on the socials and Twitch and YouTube as Improv and D&D. And the character I'll be playing is a man, a man who's focused, a man who's maybe a little bit sad. We'll see. His name is David Shih.
Oh, I'm glad you said that because I would have pronounced it wrong. Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Thank you for pronouncing that.
Absolutely.
So before we get started, I want to tell a little story because on Twitter I've been saying like this is really special for me, and I want to tell you why. Oh my gosh, how many years was it? Like almost 5? Almost 5 years ago, I was at a church event, and I got up and said, "Hey, yo, I'm a gamer. You won't see me outside because I prefer to stay inside and play games." And Bramble came up to me after and said, "Hey, have you ever tried Dungeons and Dragons?" And I was like, "That's not my level of nerdiness. No, I haven't done that." Invited me over. Yeah. So then you invited me over, and we played like a half a session of D&D to just like kind of get familiar. And then they were like, "Hey, do you want to join my live stream?" And I joined the live stream, which evolved from Codex Cast of Dice and Dames, and I moved on to Level 1 Geek, and then I moved on to this. And so Natasha is literally the reason why I do all of this and Dungeons and Dragons. So thank you for your inspiration, because I am that nerd now, and I love it.
You're welcome. I adore you, and I'm so grateful you said yes.
Of course. And of course we have Chase here, who has been probably one of the most inspirational dungeon masters I have ever met. I was on Level 1 Geek for a while, doing a bunch of really fun stuff there, and I learned so much from Chase that I was like, I need to take an opportunity to DM for him. And now I finally get my chance, so I hope tonight goes well. So pray for me.
I am so sure it will. It's very kind of you, and I'm very excited to play in one of your games. So
good. Oh, I'm really excited. Okay, so let's start setting the scene. Let me pull up my actual notes. Oops. I accidentally closed one of the most important tabs that had where we're actually at. Give me just a second. Oh, actually no.
We're everywhere and nowhere all at once.
That movie was awesome, Everything Everywhere All the Time. I recently watched that, and that was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry about this.
You're good. You're good. Gives me more chance to drink tea.
I love
what a great
tea.
idea. I wish I had tea.
I've recently had an addiction to Arizona tea. You know what? Doesn't matter. We're just going to make this up.
Oh, snap.
Because I don't feel the need to go and find it. So, just like the background that we have, Yeah, just like the background that we have, we are approaching a very beautiful, quaint, yet very large city in middle of winter. It is just off the coast somewhere, so it's starting to get a little bit frozen, and the wind is starting to kind of bite at you. But each of you had received a letter asking you to meet somebody for a quest. And why not say yes to a quest? When you look at this fancy almost scroll, it has the most elegant and beautiful handwriting you'd ever seen, and this person must be rich. They must be. And so you are all headed to just one of the local taverns to meet this said person. So as you are at the tavern kind of waiting, this rather tall, mysterious figure comes in with the classic hood over, but it's in a beautiful velvet, as if they're trying not to stand out, but it's not working. And they come and sit at the table and ask, "Good evening, everybody. How are you?"
Ready for adventure.
Oh, well, aren't you quite enthusiastic? And remind me which one you are again. And you go ahead and talk a little more about your character.
What?
Go ahead and talk a little bit more about your character now.
Oh, so Don Lemon is the High Lord of La Lemon. He is he's a paladin. Crap, what kind of paladin is he?
A something paladin.
The kind
One-shot paladin.
is a one-shot paladin.
It's like One Punch Man.
Ooh.
And he's here to make a name for himself. And he sometimes mistakes windmills for dragons.
Oh. Why is that one of the cutest things I've ever heard? And this person kind of goes around and asks you to remind them who each of you are. So Matt, I'll have you go next.
Okay, sounds good. So, David is a clockwork sorcerer because unfortunately, when he was a bit younger, things were good, things were happy, but he lost his wife. And so, as he tried to study, he tried to find ways to bring her back, but nothing was quite getting there. But his focus was so strong that his magic began manifesting in him, almost like a tease, in that he would find ways to manipulate time, but never quite being able to do enough to bring her back.
Okay, I'm gonna need a second. Chase, your turn.
Do Natasha first. I feel like I need to go next.
That's a good idea. All right, Bramble, it's your turn.
Yes, well, I am Lunar Echo of the Gemstone Fjords. And hi, everyone.
All right.
Hello.
Last but not least, have you figured out the voice?
I feel like Crosston would come in a little bit late. You know, he'd come bumbling through the door. Well, hey everyone, I'm Crosston. Got this here fancy scroll. Some sort of invitation.
Yes.
Crosston is a Aarakocra. He wears pretty bland leather armor, lots of browns and grays, decorated with little bits of leaves, kind of almost like a intentional camouflage. He himself has very bright, radiant feathers of red and orange, kind of like almost in flame patterns all over his body. Big wings that are probably right now tucked behind his back. Big feathered bow strapped across his back, a couple of short swords. And he wears a feathered hat with a feather in it that belongs to somebody very dear to him.
And
That's Crosston.
Lunar's black ears just kind of like, and she looks at Crosston, just kind of like staring, you know, the way that cats get.
You look familiar. We met?
Oh, you know each other?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
They look familiar. You look happy to see me, though. In case we've met, Crosston again. Nice to meet you. I'll hold out a feathered hand for a handshake.
And she extends a paw and shakes your hand and says, "Oh, we're going to get very well acquainted."
That's ominous.
Oh, all right. I'm always up for new friends.
Wonderful. Now that we've all made each other's reacquaintances, possibly, I have a very specific task in mind for you. And they're going to lay out... There's 4 of you, okay? Lay out 4 rubies in front of each of you. This is
We gonna
only...
keep these?
This is only but the starting pay. Now,
Wow.
I have... You may have heard that there is a very royal winter festival ball going on at the castle. I assume you've all heard that, have you not?
I haven't. Sounds fantastic.
It is. It is one of the most beautiful occasions, and I need your help. Now,
I'm gonna pocket the ruby.
good.
Lunar begins to bat it across the table.
Okay, I'm fine. I love cats.
David will pick up his ruby and say, This was a birthstone.
I am the High Lord of La Lemon. I require no pay, for I am here for adventure, for the stories.
I'll take his.
Yeah, you can give it to somebody else.
Let's snatch it up.
Go for it, my squire.
Squire? I like the sound of that. I get paid for that, too. I guess I just did. I'll pocket that ruby.
Wonderful. Well, now that you've gotten yourself semi-paid, here is what I need from you. Now, this party is very exclusive, and I have gotten each of you, and she slides over a white card embroidered with gold and blue. That's the color I was thinking of. And gold with fancy writing that just says Winter Festival, and it looks very much like it is only for royalty. Now, I have a very specific task in mind, and as I tell you what it is, you can say no, but I advise you not to. I need you to ruin this party. There are some contingencies, however. No violence. There is to be absolutely no getting caught. I will not come to your rescue, nor will anybody else. Do you accept?
Now, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get my information to invite me to this? Did somebody tell you I'm bad at parties? I am.
Maybe.
I'm just wondering if that's why you invited me.
That's something I must keep to myself.
Also, how'd you find me? I live in the woods.
Very carefully, obviously.
I can respect that.
I have my ways.
Excuse me,
Yes.
what's your name?
That I'll tell you after.
So mysterious.
So mysterious. What a fun game we're gonna have.
So you tell me I'm going to get paid to just go do at parties what I typically accidentally do at parties.
Mhm.
What if I make the party better when I'm trying to ruin it?
Then that would be unfortunate for you, because then you wouldn't be completing the task and therefore can't get paid with everything else. And they hold out almost like a fistful of other jewels that are sparkling in the light, and quickly takes it back away and tucks it.
Oh, feather rustles. I better be extra impolite.
Yes, but be
Those are-
sure not to get caught.
Shiny.
Shiny indeed. If you want more, follow the instructions. Now,
You want any of those rubies that you're getting paid for this, Mr. Lemon?
you might need it because, and they look down at well, I guess they have watches now, at a watch that tells time. And they say, well,
Glad they do, because I'm holding
oh
one
good,
too.
this is so home for we can do what we want. It says there's about an hour until the party. You're going to need some clothes. There's a couple of shops down the road that I believe will service you best, and those rubies should pay for exactly what you need to be able to fit in. And without another word, they get up and drift away out the door, almost flowing with the breeze.
I don't know, Don Lemon is in some nice conquistador armor, and I just kind of want to keep that on.
Will you roll me a perception?
Perception. Let me see what my passive perception is. Not good. Okay. -1.
Aw.
19 minus 1, 18.
Oh, excellent. So as you're looking at the invitation itself, it specifically says no armor and no large weapons.
Oh, there goes my lance.
I can't bring my bow.
As long as it's not a big bow.
Hmm.
This
Don't
game
mind me
just got
asking.
a lot more fun.
Miss-
Lunar
Mr.
says,
Lemon.
and she looks at Crosston.
I don't think it got more fun at all. I don't feel comfortable without my bow. Mr. Lemon, you
Excited
seem like the real
here.
noble type. Are you gonna be okay crashing a party?
It is not my first party, for as the High Lord I've been to many in my day, I shall fit right in.
And you crash him?
Crash is a strong word for it. For it is part of the adventure. When it is part of the adventure, is it really crashing? No. I am meant to be there.
All right, Luna, you look like the real stylish type. Could you help me pick out some clothes? I don't usually wear clothes for parties. This is really about all I got. This is my
Lunar
undergarments.
looks down and she's like wearing she's like half clothed in the dead of winter. And she looks at him and she's like, yes, the stylish type.
That's what I said.
Thank you. I'm
Mhm.
sure we can find you something.
No offense to you, Mr. Was it David?
Yes.
You dress real nice too. It looks like too much clothes for me.
Oh, do you want me to take them off?
No, you can wear what you like. They just look uncomfortable as all.
Oh, well, these were what I wore on that fateful day. And
Oh,
I don't want
backstory
to take-
clothes.
yes, I don't want to take them off for fear of forgetting.
Well, that sounds real important then. But Lunar it is. Let's go get me dressed up and yourself, of course.
Wonderful. And as you head over to this tailor's place, there's like 5 or 6 gnomes roaming about, and 2 of them come up. Hello, hi, are you here for something? What do you need? Oh, I know exactly what you need, and you need. No, you won't fit in that. You're too muscular. As she looks at David. Okay, now what are you guys here for? What do you want?
Party clothes.
Is somebody going to a
She's-
party?
She's gonna make all the decisions for me, okay? You just put the clothes on me and make
Okay.
them fit.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, we'll start one at a time. Actually, there's a lot of us. We can do a whole bunch of things. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 of you. There are 6 of us. Okay, so 1 person will be assigned to each person. Okay, let's get going. Kitty, you first. And she directs you to kind of like a dressing area, kind of like a wedding dress shopping. There's like a little stand and like a whole bunch of mirrors. And actually, there's actually technically 3 of you because you're making the decisions for them. So technically, we only need 3 people. So Bird, you come. And they trot.
It's crossing, but I'll
over.
take it, sure.
Now,
Delighted.
and they've got like scissors, and another one has a notebook. Okay, what are we gonna do? Do you have colors in mind? A fit? Thoughts?
And Lunar, who has never been in a dress shop ever before, just goes and stands on the podium and looks at the mirrors and says, there are so many of me. Which one do I attack?
They're all specifically you. You don't attack any of them. It's have you ever seen your face in water? Do you attack it then?
Yes.
You don't attack it then. It's just like this, except solid water. It's not water, but it's solid.
Don't try to swim through it.
Yeah, don't do that. That'll hurt the shark. All you do is okay, come here. And they gently guide you up onto the stand. Look at all of you. You can see. do a little twirl, and she just kind of shows you how to do a twirl. You can see all of you from every angle. Yes, just like that, just like that, just like that, just like that. Don't you feel pretty? You're about to feel prettier. Do you have a specific color in mind that you would like for yourself?
And she just kind of looks at Crosston. Red.
Ooh, like deep red, velvet red, or can we decide for you?
Blood.
Blood red. That's a good request.
Is that for me or for her?
For her.
Either
You're
way,
next.
compliment-
You're
Oh,
next.
alright.
You would look
You're
great in a
next.
dashing black. Anyways, or maybe a yellow. Write that down for later.
Just make me feathers pop.
Love it. And the gnome's gonna come back with this very simple silk form-fitting dress with thin straps on the top, with a over kind of like the bust area were some gold jewels kind of draping down to make it more elegant and shiny. Tell me, how do you feel? Do you feel pretty? Do a twirl.
And Lunar kind of twirls and says, "Shiny."
Shiny. Do you
Oh,
like it?
yes.
She kind of
Very
starts
good.
like plucking at the
Oh,
glittery
those
thing.
are supposed to stay there. You can play with them, but they're supposed to stay there because they make they make it so you look pretty. You want to look shiny instead of take the shiny. Yeah? Look shiny, don't take shiny.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay, stand over here. We'll deal with payment later. Bird boy. She looks at you
It's
guys,
crossing, but I'll
crazy
take it.
eyes. Crossing. Anyways, that was my own just thought that just came out there. Crossing. Okay, Kitty Cat, you had an idea for what Bird Crossing should wear. Thoughts?
These
Shiny.
girls are real bad with names. Her name's Luna.
Gold. Like a gold vest.
Gold vest.
Easy to see.
Gold vest, easy to see. Gold vest, easy to see. Aha! I have an idea. And she sends one of the gnomes away. They come back with this almost I don't know what it is. I think it's double-breasted, one that like folds over and then folds over again. Whatever the proper term is for that, I don't know.
Oh, this looks great. Never worn something so shiny.
Doesn't it feel cozy and comfy? It's lined with a little bit of wool on the inside because it's very cold outside. However, if you look, and she gets kind of directs you closer to the mirror, do you see the intricate golden lace designs? There's a couple specks of red in there for a little bit of a shading pop. They'll look great with your feathers.
Well, that's quite. I knew Luna was going to pick real good.
You feel pretty? You feel pretty?
I always feel pretty, but this helps, sure.
Wonderful! We love a pretty.
It's a bit more restricting than I like, but I guess it's for
We
party.
can loosen it if you need to. Do we need to loosen it?
No, I'll break it in.
That sounds good. It's all yours. Anyways, okay. Next.
Perfect.
Next. You in the suit. The dark suit. Come.
Yes.
All right. You look good in this suit, but we can do
Thank you.
better. We can do better. How do you feel about purple?
Look, if possible, anything that I would like to add, I would prefer to add it on top. I would like to maintain what I've got already.
Do you mind if we press it? It's a little wrinkly.
If I can be there for the pressing, I need to make sure it never leaves my sight.
Okay. We're gonna do that. So
What
follow
about a hat?
a hat. Write that down. And another one scribbles down purple and hat.
I would be on board with a hat.
Okay, go with my associate here. They're gonna take you to the back where we're gonna press your suit and then put it
Alright.
back on you. Okay. We'll be
Great.
back with you. That one, you shiny one. You shiny one. That outfit is not fit for a party.
But it is fit for an adventure in this
It is-
party.
Something like that. Sure. Do you have a favorite color?
The colors of my home village, the yellows and greens.
His name's Mr. Lemon.
Don Lemon.
Sorry, Don Lemon.
High
Lord,
Lord,
I'm better names too.
I am a chivalrous knight.
You're very loud and pompous. I think we can work with that. Okay. Here are my thoughts. Have you ever worn a kilt?
Kilts are not native to my land, however.
But we have it in your land's colors.
My dear Dulcinea may approve. Yes.
Wonderful. We'll get you in a kilt. We'll get the whole setup. We'll get the shoes, the everything. Okay.
You're gonna love how mobile they are. I've worn a kilt before.
Aren't they wonderful?
Very
And
freeing.
and they get you this beautiful green, white, and black and yellow stitched kilt that just fits you ever so perfectly with a white shirt and a black tie.
Question, is he wearing this traditional Scottish style?
Yes.
Oh boy, okay.
I mean, it's a party, right?
Gotta go all out, especially when it's Scottish.
All
out.
All out. That means no underwear. Anyways. I'm just kidding.
Thank you for clarifying.
It's freezing outside, so, do with that what you will. Okay, now, come back. Black suit person, come back. I have something for you. And they guide David back with his freshly pressed suit. Much better. Okay. Hear me out. And she grabs a stool, comes over and puts a purple silky cape over your shoulders with a beautiful silver clasp with a diamond in the middle. But, and then takes a top hat and puts it on your head.
Great.
Thoughts?
Purple was her favorite color. I
I'm
love it.
glad. That seems good.
Yes.
Okay, do
Very.
we have
Rubies were her birthstone.
Oh,
Exactly. Good
I could
memory.
switch out the stone. Do you want it to be a ruby? It might clash with the purple just a little bit, but it's a ruby and it's pretty. Do you like ruby?
Please.
Okay, just
Yeah.
one moment. And they go
Oh,
over
I'm paying with
it.
the ruby, by the way. Is that okay?
Absolutely, you can pay for however much things you want.
You got daggers here?
We're a tailor's shop.
You know, what kind of good shop doesn't carry daggers?
Okay, well technically.
You got a dagger?
Technically, and she points at Lemon, because in the Scottish attire there's usually a dagger in the sock. We have a couple of those. They're not the sharpest, but they'll work.
A sharp dagger. I'll take you if you bundle it in.
I could do that.
Okay.
Anybody else want a not the sharpest dagger, but very pretty? Okay, wonderful. Now I have something for you each to sign right before you pay and you go. And in the contract it says you will not murder anyone with the daggers. We specifically require that these do not have murderous trace back to us because it would ruin our business.
Can you define murder?
Stabby kill.
But what if they attack me first? Then is it murder? I'm a bit
That's
hazy
self-defense.
on laws.
That is true. It is self-defense. So I guess technically it'd be fine, but you'd have to prove it with self-defense, which could be a little difficult. But I guess depending.
If they're
Oh.
dead, it's very difficult.
Oh. I'll take two then.
2. Okay. Okay, here you go. And gives you all the things, and you all pay, and it is just in time for you to start heading over to this party. Is there anything you
Should I-
want to do before?
Lunar reaches over to Clausen and just plucks a feather,
I like
And
the
then,
Clausen accidental pun.
weaves it into. She has this ridge of fur that runs down the top of her head and her spine, and she weaves it into the top.
Clausen's gonna turn around and just stare at her for a minute. Then he's gonna run ahead up to David. Hey, David, you got
Yeah.
a minute? Keep
Yes.
your voice down. Do you know this Lunar? Do you know Lunar? You friends?
Well, I try not to make any connections anymore.
He's gonna turn his head like all the way around and stare at Lunar, and then like put a hand on David's back and like scurry them further ahead. I think she fancies me. Do you notice?
Oh, yes.
She keeps staring at me. She seemed really excited about picking my wardrobe, and she just took a feather.
Right. Oh, good. New love.
How's this new
but
vest look?
Looks great, but please remember, Crosston, cherish it while it lasts. Because it won't.
He's just gonna stare at David for a really uncomfortably long time. Yeah, all right. And he's gonna walk away.
What a bizarre creature. Alright, anything else you guys want to do before you head on over to this party?
So, question.
Yes.
We can't bring in large weapons, but small weapons are acceptable, right?
Yes. They are.
So, Lunar just takes off, like, her regular, like, armed belt and, like, wraps it around her right waist, like, over this very fancy dress, just not even carrying, and then tucks her 2 hand axes in it and just looks around for a place to leave her great axe.
Gosh. Yes, so when you guys approach, there is a weapons drop-off area. This big dragonborn is checking everybody's armor, and they'll look at you, Bramble, and look at your weapons. Here, and he hands you a cloth for you to wipe some of the blood off of your axe. No blood. No blood.
The dress is fine, though, right?
The dress is fine. The dress is fine.
But it's red.
Yes, but you have actual blood on your axe.
But it matches.
No. Material versus organic. Clean the weapon. Must be shiny.
All right.
Come back here.
All right.
Luna, come back here. I'll help you clean the axe. Come way back here.
You're sharpening them for me.
No, I'm just gonna help you clean them. Just come way back here.
And Lunar, like, shifts to the back.
I'm gonna start tearing off layers of cloth from the bottom of my vest to like ease it up a little bit. Take one of these, clean your axe, and then help me wrap some of these arrows on. Just get the tips all wrapped up so they're covered.
Why are we wrapping the arrows?
Well, you see, I think that the guard there is not going to be very smart. I'm going to wrap the arrows, and I'm going to tell him I'm going to do trick shots at the party.
Or... And she just starts taking your arrows and, like, shoving them in your feathers, like, so that just the feather butts are sticking out, so it looks like you just have, like, twiggy feathers.
That's a good idea. That's a real good idea. And then I'll just tell him the bow's just for show.
And she
That
just, like,
rhymes.
accidentally pokes you every once in a while with a...
Careful
Arrow.
with those. They're sharp. I sharpened them myself.
All right, real quick, I'm gonna have Chase. Will you roll a perception for me?
Uh-huh. Here it goes. 22.
Beautiful. As you're kind of looking around, cleaning this axe and ruining your nice new vest, you can see that all of these royalties and rich folk are coming in on carriages that just are way too fancy for a person in general. And they're taking all of their horses and they're hitching them in an outside, uncovered area.
Such a shame. Tying those land trotter horses to machines like that. It's inhumane if you ask me.
They're not yours.
Well, they're not theirs either. You think those horses signed a contract? That's what I thought.
Nothing is truly yours for long.
That's what I always say too. Though I say it in a bit of a different tone.
Oh my gosh.
Can I ask, are there like banners or like coats of arms on like these carriages or wagons or anything?
Yeah, there's some of the major houses from all around the country and the major city. I don't know off the top of my head, but I could come up with some for you.
Great. Well, what I'm wondering is, and this is only if you're okay with this, Mika. But I'd like to talk with Don Lemon and say, well, it seems you're quite attached to that lance. I wonder if there's any way we could grab one of those, put it on the top, covering up the pointy part, and bring it in as though we were bannermen, heralds of some sort. Then, in case anything goes down, which, from my experience, bad things happen, we'll be ready.
Your squire could handle that.
You're all my squires.
What am I getting paid for?
No.
Yes. In my
I have
night,
another job.
I have like three. I have like 3 squires. It's the Nightbagger thing. I can have them. I don't actually. Whatever. But so I think being a little delusional, Don Lemon's just assuming they're all his squires.
I am your squire. Nothing delusional about that one.
My squires. It's a brilliant idea. We shall be prepared.
Yeah, I want to bring my bow in.
All right, so you are trying to come in with just a bow that you're not trying to hide, but you're trying to hide the arrows in your feathers. Dawn is going in trying to hide his lance with a banner to be a bannerman. Is anyone joining either of them in this adventure?
I'm definitely willing to help if Don Lemon is willing to have me assist in any way.
Okay.
As his squire.
As a squire, you must be the one to hold the banner.
Excellent. Okay. So in that case, it's starting to become your turn again up in line to check in with this big green dragon-born creature. And they look at, so Dawn is first with David, and they look at you very suspiciously. What are you doing? Why are you in this line? What's going on?
I don't understand the question.
You're carrying a banner. The entrance is around back for servants and bannermen and others that are not royal.
My squire, I must always have my squires with me. For as a chivalrous knight, I must have my assistants in my journeys.
Yeah, what he said.
It looks at you just very unsure. Go
Your
ahead and roll.
grandfather is a little delusional.
Looks like it. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion.
Persuasion. +5.
Great.
That is a 17 plus 5 for a 22.
Dang. Nice.
I deny you. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
You know, there's no harm in feeding, and he's leaning over to Echo or Lunar, leaning over to Lunar. I guess every once in a while, I guess we should probably allow some delusions to occur.
He's just this sinewy, delusional old man.
Old people. Anyways, you two may go in. Just don't hit or knock anything down, or you'll be removed. Go in.
Very good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Tally ho.
Okay. Next, and gestures to Crosston and Lunar. And
Good
he's
evening.
looking again very suspicious. Are your wings okay?
My wings are just fine. What a rude question.
They don't look well kept.
Pardon yourself? I keep my feathers very nicely. I clean my clothes every night, and I preen my feathers very good, thank you very much. And how do you take care of your feathers? Looks like they all fallen out, haven't they?
Sorry, I was rolling an
You do
insight
look
for
a
myself.
bit like a a little bit of a pluck chicken.
Yeah,
That's exactly the
that's
term.
what I said. Wait, are you talking about me or them?
Thank
you.
Well, that was rude.
The lizard.
That was rude.
You were rude first.
No, I am allowing only in the best of the best. Where is your invitation? Hand it over.
She's going through that what is the molt where they like the pin feathers come out.
That's
Don't
disgusting.
you know with the birds? Yeah, and you have to like crack. It's a very painful process.
That is a thing.
So are you here
It
to
is.
assist in this molting process?
I'm here to do some entertainment. My friend in there's got some arrows. I'm going to use this bow. They're safe arrows. They're the performance kind. I'm going to take this bow and I'm going to do some trick shots. You got any trick arrows on you? I'll
What?
show you one right now.
Just a moment, and he's gonna pull out a large scroll of the list of entertainers. What's your name?
Name's Crosston.
I don't see you on the list.
Sounds like the list maker's as incompetent as you are.
I do what the list says.
He's on the guest list.
Not
I
the
told him to put me on as
entertainers
an entertainer.
list.
He's
I'll guess
also
them.
delusional.
Well, you
Squire?
surround yourself by some very weird people, and you said you had your invitation with you. Hand it over, both of you. Thank you.
I'll present my
And takes-
invitation.
Another scroll, closes it, opens another one. It's almost like each scroll is alphabetical. Okay.
Bet your list maker looks so full now, don't they?
Yeah. And they didn't even hear what you said. They just responded. Well, you are on the guest list,
That's what I
but
thought.
I'm gonna keep an eye on you. Go ahead
I
and.
hope you do.
Lizard
You'll enjoy the
tastes as
show.
good as chicken.
No, we're a bit bony. Not that I would.
No,
Not that I would.
kind.
Not that I would. No. Please go in. Go in. Just
You're
go
an
in.
odd fellow.
And starts talking to the other people behind you guys. And I'm gonna do a quick change.
There was a good one you came up with there, the molten bit. I would never thought of that.
Whoa! Magic! Our background has changed to the inside of the ballroom. I was very excited about this. So you enter the ballroom and it is filled, absolutely filled with all of these fancy individuals of all races and ages, except children. There was no children allowed at such a fancy event. Come on. That would
What
just
about
be
halflings?
that would just be a cause for a disaster. So you enter in, you see all of these aristocrats. Well, technically there could be aristocrat cats. Anyways, both of them are playing all of these silly games that are kind of seem above their station, like dice and a couple of other things. Looking around, kind of on the main floor is filled on the two sides with just food and pastries stacked on top of each other to be several feet high. So you have no idea how you're going to be able to get up there to actually get some of the food, but it is everywhere. There's the best of the best. There's all sorts of pies, savory and sweet. There's cookies, there's meats from places that they probably shouldn't have been able to get them so where they are because they're from other places. Filling the room with just a baked bread smell that just overwhelms you and gets you hungry. But also kind of on the first floor, there are a couple things going on. There is a fortune teller on one side and there's a fancy open bar on the other. But as you enter in, one of the first things you see is this banner draped down the front. Beautifully elegant blues and golds, exactly like the invitation. And it's probably about the second floor, which is about as high as this particular ballroom goes, are two women. There is one with beautiful, long, flowing red hair with a huge crown. It's probably like almost like a foot tall, adorned in jewels. And this is probably very obviously the host of the party. And next to her is someone of almost equal height, just a little bit smaller, also human, with kind of a shorter bob black hair. There's no crown, but they stand there very simply and await this person's beck and call. So that's kind of what you see and what you hear around you. Is there anywhere that tickles your fancy that you would like to go?
This is a nice party. Where do you suppose we should go?
Do you know any magic tricks?
Well, I know a few.
What about that one where you like pull the tablecloth off?
Oh, you mean like fake magic tricks? No, I don't know any of those. I know real magic.
You sure you don't want to try?
Well, I suppose I could. Yeah, I'll try it a bit.
All right, go ahead and roll me a perception.
Me?
Yeah.
10.
At the moment, the tables look a bit too full to even get that tablecloth to budge. There's just too much food. The party's barely started. Probably wouldn't be the best time to try a trick like this.
We'll give it
Or
just a
the
little
best.
tug. Oh,
Do-
this is gonna go poorly if I try this right now.
I love dancing so much. All right.
How terrible if it goes poorly.
Well, we're supposed to be subtle about this, right? I mean, if I wasn't being subtle, I could just jump up on the table and start kicking some food. Is there a chandelier anywhere?
There are several. There's at least 4 straight lining the ballroom.
Is there any like high level balconies or anything that seem rather unoccupied?
The second floor is not quite occupied yet, but some guests are starting to gather their food and go up there to observe the rest of the ballroom downstairs. There's a musician up there and downstairs, but not terribly occupied yet.
Could I roll a perception to see if I can see anywhere unoccupied with a good sight on the chandeliers?
Absolutely.
Okay, here it goes.
That wind was so loud, I thought, like, there was an explosion.
I didn't hear it. 14 is my perception.
Okay, so there is a couple of places, but the easiest access is actually to the right of the host. It has, not very many people want to be very close to the host at the moment, but that's gonna be your best bet. It's kind of right there on that right-hand corner on the second floor.
Why don't you distract the host for me for a minute?
Sure.
I'm gonna slip away and go try something.
All right,
Call me if there's any dancing.
I'm gonna go talk to Dawn and David over here. What are you guys doing?
David is frozen as he's staring at the woman with the beautiful, long, flowing red hair with the crown that's a foot tall, because she looks so much like Georgiana. And he's staring, thinking, there's no chance. Is that? Could it be her?
Don, no. Lean in. Who is this fair maiden to you?
I can't believe it. She looks exactly like my love.
Yes, tell me about your Dulcinea.
What word was that?
Dulcinea. So, are you not familiar with Don Quixote?
Not really. I know the name.
That's what my character's a spoof of. Don Quixote, High Lord of La
Okay.
Mancha. His maiden that he's made up is named Dulcinea.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's move on.
At windmills.
That's okay. this all makes a lot more sense because I was pretending that it was all cohesive. I'm just kidding. I actually found it quite hilarious. Okay. So, Don Lemon, what are you up to?
Oh, I'm asking about his Dulcinea.
Oh, you're asking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay, say that question again.
Oh, he's
Or-
asking me about her.
Okay,
so.
asking you. I thought you were asking me, and
Yeah,
I was like, I
yeah.
don't know. Anyways, go ahead.
Well, the way she stood in a room, she didn't, and I imagine this fair maiden up there, whether crowned or not, would draw the attention of everyone without making a big scene of it. All eyes would be on her. Whenever she spoke with such grace and kindness that you couldn't help but be drawn in. The way she treated everyone, whether it be the lordest king of the land or just a simple child in the streets. She was so kind. And I don't know, this seems like cruel fate to find someone that reminds me of her. So,
It is destiny, my squire. Destiny.
yes. For so long, destiny feels like it's simply here to torture me.
Destiny does not torture, destiny provides. You must go to her.
All right. With, well, your permission, my lord.
Yes,
I
squire.
will.
Off.
Yes.
No.
If you need anything, please don't hesitate to call out.
I'm going to need you to continue to hold my banner.
Oh, yes, I will take that up there.
I shall call you if you are needed.
Of course.
All right, as you're going up the stairs, David, will you roll me in athletics to hold up that banner?
Great. Yes. That is at a -1, so
So proud of
I
our
hope.
sorcerer.
We have a 9 total.
Uh-oh. So as you're going up the stairs, this lance is a bit top heavy. And with the banner attached to it, it's starting to kind of lean a bit farther down. So as you go up the stairs, you're starting to catch on some of the higher steps, which is causing you to kind of trip up a little bit. And some of the guests are staring as you go up the stairs.
Oh, my apologies. I need to take this up there. I'm sorry. This is very crowded. I haven't moved this upstairs before. Please let me get to her.
And they all
Lance
just,
is tilting.
they'll just kind of like back away and let you go up the stairs, but there's still some eyes on
Thank
you.
Yes, please. I work here.
You know what? Go ahead and roll me a deception because you're not wearing the same clothes as all the other people who work here.
Great.
You're wearing a cloak and a top hat.
That's a 13.
Everybody is semi-convinced. They're like, maybe? I don't know.
Yes,
But there's-
it's my first day. I'm sorry I forgot the uniform. I just had my usual from my last job.
That actually was thunder. Oh.
Yeah, I hear it over. Matt, can you hear it?
It hasn't reached me yet,
Ugh.
but that probably distracted my movement too.
Yeah, so as you're kind of stumbling up the stairs, Bramble, are you going with or are you staying on the first floor?
I'm like trailing behind, and I'm keeping an eye out for anyone that I might know using my background feature.
Okay, let's talk about your background feature. Let's see. Just doing a quick reread. Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception.
Die. Oh, not that bad.
Not that one, no.
Oh, that is not very good. That's a 6.
Oh, at this moment, you don't recognize anybody in particular. It's a little
Okay.
crowded still, so maybe once the crowd thins out, it might be easier to locate someone. So as you're pretty much all going up the stairs, who is going to take charge in distracting the host?
Did I overhear the conversation between the two
Yeah.
of them? Like, were we still to?
Yeah, you guys were kind of still in a range.
I kind of
together.
lean over to David and I say, you know, like, reincarnation is a thing. I've been reincarnated like 3 times now. I think this is my 3rd life. So maybe this is your lovely love reincarnated.
My second chance?
Perhaps.
All right. You know, with y'all on my side, with fate on my side, I will move forward with this lance.
Oh boy.
And
So
I'll
are you
go
gonna go
towards
talk
her.
to her?
Yeah.
All right, so you approach. There's a guard on each side of her, and this other person next to her. And the guards come up there. You can't tell what species they are. They're just very tall and adorned in just gold armor that's very unrealistic. And they've got big swords in their hand. What is your reasoning?
My reasoning for well, I came here to show off this this banner, to present this new banner for this special occasion.
New banner. Tell me about this new banner.
This new banner is from the land of Westerland, and I brought it here. I just wanted to get her lady's approval before I put it up anywhere. Because you know how she is. We want to make sure that everything is perfect for the party.
So this
Oh,
is
my apologies.
So this is business, not pleasure, at a party.
Well, I suppose it's a little bit of both, because we want to put up the banner for the party, but this is a serious matter because I wouldn't want to put it up and then cause chaos. And look, I'm trying here. I'm trying.
Okay, roll me a persuasion.
Lunar?
Roll me a
Lunar
persuasion.
kind of says,
Yeah.
she's also his reincarnated love.
Yes, that too. Oh.
And this guard, you can't really see their face, but you can give this kind of sense of like, what? And says, give me just one moment, and goes and talks to the shorter woman with the black hair who comes over, and says,
Oh, not this one. The other one.
You said something very concerning, sir. Will you please describe your situation in a little bit more detail?
Oh, yes. My situation, well, my wife passed away quite some time ago, and I've been trying to find a way to find her again, to save her, and I failed to do so. But throughout the years, I was able to find this group of people, and we are all here. We're chilling. I have a banner, and this banner is from Westerland, and I was convinced that perhaps she is my reincarnated love, and I would love to be able to talk to her and see if that is really the case. It won't take very long, but I do want to show off this banner too, because I want to put it up, but I need her approval. That was a lie, I'm sorry.
As you're talking to this other woman, let's go over to Chase. What are you attempting to do?
You said there's a fortune teller there, right?
Yes.
All right, before I skulk away to try maximum chaos, I'm gonna spot the fortune teller. I'm gonna stare for a second. I'm gonna scurry over to Lunar. Lunar, what do you think the chances are that fortune teller's just full of it? Like, they gotta be fake, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can summon my past lives, so.
Well, that's a pretty neat trick. I'm gonna go ahead and put a gamble that that's a fake fortune teller that doesn't actually know magic. Watch this. Just can you do something a little bit just distracting for a minute? Just like draw some attention. Away from me.
And
away from me. And I'm gonna skulk back a little bit.
Lunar just starts walking towards the woman with the crown.
Oh. So another guard's like, from the other side's like, excuse me. What are you doing? Do you have an attendance?
Yes, I'm attending to her royal beauty.
And as they're kind of starting to have this,
keeps walking.
This conversation, they're still distracted on this other side, and the guard is like, okay, as you're just like walking past, and he's trying not to like cause a scene. And
I'm gonna be talking to people as I walk by. Oh, looks like something's going on over there. Look at somebody giving the guard a hassle.
Exactly.
It's all right. I'm allowed it back here.
And the host, the queen, looks at you, is like, excuse me, what is this?
No, I wanted to comment on how beautiful your crown is.
Thank.
Oh my goodness! Look at that cat approaching the queen.
And there's starting to be some whispers down below.
Maybe try it on.
I'm sorry, that is something that cannot be. I am the queen, and therefore putting the crown on another, it's a little bit frowned upon.
Well, you don't have to put it on me. You can put it down, and I can put it on myself.
That's a little risky. I'm so sorry. And she gestures to the guard to come over. It was lovely meeting you. Thank you for
What's your name?
Introduction. You don't know my name?
It was probably on the invitation.
That, and I've ruled this land for about 20 years. And you've still not heard my... How did you get an invitation to this party? Guards, please come! And two more come around the corner, and they come towards you to escort you away.
As they're causing a scene, I would like to, standing away from the fortune teller a good ways, I want to stealthily try to cast a spell.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to cast a zone of truth around the fortune telling table.
Ooh, okay.
That's gonna be a 16 on the stealth.
And let's also do a sleight of hand. Oh, no, wait. Actually, no, you did. You just rolled stealth. Never mind. That's good. 16 is great. So describe how you do this stealthily.
Let's see. This has verbal and somatic components. Yeah, so I'm just gonna, I'm gonna kind of keep directing attention towards the commotion going on at the queen. And then as soon as everybody's got their backs turned, I'm just gonna kind of muffle to myself and do some little thematic moves towards the fortune telling table. And I imagine it puts kind of like a subtle sigil around the ground, around the fortune teller.
Okay.
The fortune teller, anybody in the zone of truth can know that they're in a zone of truth, but like it's not gonna go away. So.
All right. That's interesting. Okay, so there's maybe 3 or 4 people at the table just kind of pretending to not look at people's fortunes like those snobby royals do. They want to know, but they want to be super subtle about it, but they're not. And the fortune teller, this elderly woman who very clearly is dressed like a very fancy witch, looks at you and says, Crosston, come sit down. Come.
Me?
Come sit down.
How do you know my name?
I'm a witch, aren't I?
I don't think so.
Fortune teller?
That's probably not true.
It is. Why else wouldn't I be here?
Oh, damn. Raisins elementary? All right. I'll go sit down.
All right, roll for me a D100.
Uh-huh.
One of them fancy things.
That's a 98.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Under her breath.
She cannot deliberately lie to me.
So, under her breath, she says, I may not be very good, but this one actually, I think this one works. And she flips some cards and says a couple of things about what the cards mean and looks to you and says, only when lovers are reunited can the curse be broken.
Well, that's a bit vague.
That's kind of how things are. They're kind of vague. They're kind of open to interpretation. Kind of
Who's
helps
cursed?
put
Is it
everyone at
me?
ease. Maybe. I don't see a curse on you. So it could be somebody. It could be somebody like your friends.
Well, you're not a very
something.
impressive fortune teller. Do you know any real magic?
I mean, I'm a studying witch in my old age.
The fortune teller says somebody's cursed. Everybody be careful.
And people start looking around like,
"'Tis not I."
I don't think it's me either, but you better go find your true love or whatever. Everybody should be very concerned.
and people's like, so there's some people who are kind of like hovering to stay in line have like slowly stepped back, very startled by this situation, and she just, oh my gosh, can you please go? I'm just trying to make some money, and this was my big shot. Please just...
Here's a gold. It was a nice try. I'm gonna walk away.
And she just kind of looks sad. This old woman just looks really sad. As you walk away and dismiss her business. Her business crowd. So, Bramble, are you allowing these guards to escort you away?
No.
I'll give
she
you a
leans
thumbs up.
forward. She leans forward to the queen and says, okay, well, actually, I'm a bounty hunter. And see that over there, that's my mark.
I give a friendly wave.
Are you
I can't
trying
hear what
to-
they're saying.
What are you trying to... Why are you telling me this? Why... This is a party. This is supposed to be just peaceful and calm. Please take your business
He'll
elsewhere.
ruin your... Well, yes, that's the point, is if you kick me out and he's still here, we're gonna have a problem.
So shouldn't I just
But I'm trying
escort him out?
to go... No, because that's gonna also cause a problem. Can't you already see all the problems he's causing?
And she looks
Watch
down.
out for the curse!
Please go take care of that.
I'm trying.
You may go now, but you cannot have my crown. And no, you may not try it on or handle it. But I will allow you to
Who's
stay here.
she?
Her? And as you're pointing and she's talking to some of these other people, a servant man comes out with a plate with a pillow on it with a very small crown, and goes up to the lady with the black hair and says, my lady, here it is. We apologize for the delay. And she takes it and puts it on her head, and she turns to David and says, well, unfortunately, I cannot allow you to speak with her with your current predicament because she is my wife.
I'm sorry.
So,
Alas, another cruel twist and tease of fate.
yes, maybe the fortune teller, and she looks down and sees there's some sort of commotion, will maybe tell you your fate and help you in some way, but unfortunately, the queen or myself cannot.
I understand. Well, it's worth a shot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And David is gonna like shimmy it down and take the banner off and
Oh.
say, "Here's the banner, just in case you need to put it up. If she approves, thank you for your time."
Thank you. I will. And the queen looks back over to Bramble and says, "That's my wife."
Could I try on her crown?
You cannot try on any crown. I'm sure there's some shops somewhere that could make a custom one for you, but not the royal jewels.
That's not as much fun.
I know. So boring. Anyways, go hit your mark, do whatever. Don't ruin this special evening. Okay.
Why is it special?
Because it's the winter ball. It's very special and fancy and beautiful.
What would happen if it was ruined?
You're starting to concern me a little bit, and if you say anything else about chaos or ruining the party, I will have you escorted out.
Hey, friend, I'm done with this with the fortune teller. I'm cursed, maybe. Sorry for my friend, Queen.
She kind of does this gentle, like, weird wave.
I'll take care of it.
Oh, sorry, and I'll bow.
Thank you. Okay, you can all move on, and I'll hopefully not see you again, but have an excellent evening, all of you. And they move to a different section of the second floor, kind of towards some more pompous looking individuals.
I'll bow right.
You're supposed to, like, tuck your heel behind the other one.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was being proper for a minute.
David is
That
gonna
was rude,
go.
kind of.
David is gonna go to Don Lemon and say, "I'm sorry to disappoint, but my lord, be spoken for. It's not my love. We were not fated to reunite. I should have known. I'm sorry. What was that?
You truly believe this?
Yes, she's married.
But are you sure she is not your love?
I think so. If she's married to another, perhaps, if
Nothing.
what was that?
That means nothing. If you are meant to be, you are
I
meant to
But I don't know if
challenge her husband to a duel.
no.
I'm gonna do
No.
an interesting roll. David, can you
Yes.
roll a persuasion on yourself?
Oh, okay.
See if you can persuade yourself.
21.
So you're trying to persuade yourself that this is not the person, and it's working, even though deep
Great.
down you really do have a feeling that it is, but you're trying to persuade yourself otherwise.
Okay, so he's gonna say to Don Lemon, you know what? Let's say, hypothetically, let's say that it is her. And she was reincarnated. She looks happy with a wife. Maybe she was meant to die so that she could finally be happy with her instead of with me.
You know what, my squire? Let the lesbians have their love story. Or potentially bisexual. I don't want to generalize sexuality, but
It's clear that they are lesbians, yes.
they need more happy love stories. They also need more love stories that take place in modern times with electricity. It's a TikTok I watched recently.
I was like, this sounds interesting. I like the mini rant, though. I agree. Okay, so now that you're finished distracting and causing your beginning of chaos, is there anything else around that you would think could assist you in your quest? Or that you want to look for?
Crosston, what happened with the fortune teller?
Well, I thought they were going to be fake, so I was trying to see if I could get them to not be able to lie so they'd start clearly being fake. But it turns out they're kind of real, just very vague. So I started shouting about curses, trying to incite a bit of panic.
What did they say?
I said something about finding true love to break a curse or something like that. Some real fairy tale stuff. You don't think I could be cursed, do you? I don't think so. How would you know if you're cursed?
I think you have to kiss people.
Oh. You have to
Not
kiss
me.
people to know if you're cursed.
Well, if it's a love curse.
Okay, I'm gonna start thinking about that.
Oh no.
How's my vest look?
Looks excellent.
Except a
And the
little
sticks.
tattered on the edges.
Ask first.
Well, of course. I'm not that unsocialized.
Awesome.
I mean,
Alright.
maybe if I'm cursed though, maybe it'll help this whole situation. So I'll go kiss someone afterwards.
I will get that prepared. Dawn and Lemon, what are you guys thinking?
Now that I've told my squire to give up on love,
Oh,
I'm going to treat him to a drink.
I like that.
Thank you.
All right. So you come up. So you probably go. So you go back down to the first floor where there's this elegant bar, and there's this half-elven man with beautiful long locks with some braids and some piercings. And he says, as he's got a glass in his hand and he's cleaning it out. Gentlemen, welcome. What can I serve for you this evening, or would you like to allow us to make the drink for you?
Tell me, are you good at deciding what kind of drink someone needs?
Absolutely. It's kind of our thing as bartenders and barkeeps.
Then what? Tell me, my squire, what drink does he need?
Well, Matt, go ahead and roll me a D100.
The 100. That'll be an 84.
All right.
And we're good at rolling D100s.
It's
Right.
true. Okay, roll for me again. That one wasn't
Uh-oh.
exciting enough.
Oh, okay.
It was
Was it?
a regular
Vodka,
glass
no
of
ice?
water. Oh no, that's not good enough.
46.
Okay. Okay. So this half-elven gentleman makes for you Insom's Ale. It has the same effects as a long rest and is very calming. So you were feeling a little less anxious about possibly meeting your reincarnated wife. You feel the need to enjoy the party.
Great. Thank you. Good button. Thank you, my lord. This is very refreshing.
Good.
Oh, good. Can I offer you a tip?
Absolutely. All tips are welcome. However much
All
you
right.
feel is best.
All right. And I'm gonna drop 5 gold
All right.
and say, you know what? Then I
And-
walk away.
And he kind of gives a slight head bow as you're walking away, and he looks over to Don Lemon. How about for you? Can I make something for you?
Yes. Yes, you may.
Anything in
What
particular?
is this fun adventure?
Okay, go ahead and roll me a D100.
See
A
if I-
glass of water, because
Oh my gosh.
hydration is adventurous.
Hydration
Yeah.
is adventurous.
Or dihydrate. I just want water.
Oh,
Um, sorry, trying to find. Because I
You're
want to
good.
roll my physical dice.
Camera doesn't want to go into focus.
Okay. I got a 65.
65. Can you roll me a 1d6, please?
1.
Okay, so this gentleman has given you ginger ale. But wait, this doesn't taste like ginger at all. It's an ale that turns your hair ginger. The effects last for 1 day. You are now a redhead for the evening.
It looks like his hair's. Because
Awesome.
his hair is gray. So it looks.
Very weird.
It makes him younger. Or it makes him look like he's an old guy going through a phase.
That's our Lemon's son up there?
Well, I hope you enjoy this ale. Sometimes it's fun to liven things up a bit, don't you think?
Mm. I can't tell. Give me something to. Whereupon I may look on myself.
And he hands you a silver tin that like looks like it was housing some cookies and hands it over.
I look like I am going through a phase. A phase of chivalry.
Yes, that's exactly what I intended.
You are good. You are good. I also tip him 5 gold, I guess.
And he gives you a bow and says thank you. Bramble and Crosston, where are you two? Are you hanging out with them or are you thinking about doing something else?
Luna, can we be honest with each other, and can I request something of you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with a request. Now, I feel like we're not proper giving this party enough of a mess up, right? So I'm gonna try to do something a little bit big. Can you promise me something?
What?
If I get thrown out, will you get my pay from Duke Lemon? He didn't seem to want it, so I'll take his.
Maybe, if you're not in prison.
Well, I'll take it. I'm pretty good at staying out of prison. Alright. And the other thing, just to be honest with you, I noticed you looking at me in the way you plucked my feather, so I know you fancy me. I'm not going to make you say it, and I understand your test. I'm not going to go kiss anyone. Don't you have to worry about that. I'm not really the kissing type, to be honest with you. But we can talk about that after the party. Now, you might want to get away from this so we don't look associated, because this could go wrong. To give you a
Lunar's
thumbs up.
just trying to process this of
It's
how
okay. I know it's a
exactly
lot of
this
feelings.
message just got like completely crossed. She goes, all right.
I know a nice patch of berries. Maybe we can go have a meal there after this is over. I don't know. We'll talk about it afterward.
Nice patch of berries.
Now go. We don't make a scene.
I tend to eat meat, not berries.
Oh, I can hunt you something. I'm pretty good at that. You're about to see that in a minute. Watch this shot. Now make way. Attention, everyone! I'm here as an entertainer, and I'm gonna take my bow off my back.
And the room is gone semi-silent as some of these fancy folk with their wine turn towards you.
No offense,
Lunar-
Queen, but oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Lunar turns and she like starts making her way back to like the Dragonborn.
Oh no.
Now, apologies, Queen, but this party's been a little bit boring. But I've been hired by your bookkeepers to make this party nice and exciting. So I've got this here bow, and I've got this here apple, and I'm gonna pull an apple out of my sash. Now, everybody part way. Make a big aisle here in the center, if you wouldn't mind.
All right, and they do.
Now, can I get a volunteer to toss this apple for me into the middle of the aisle?
and this very drunk human with starting to have a little bit of a beer stain on his shirt comes up. I'll stand somewhere. Where do you want me to go?
I'm gonna stare at him for a minute. Someone else then.
Oh, come on, I can stand still, I promise.
Oh, whatever, sure.
Come on.
Toss him the apple.
Woo! I'm gonna roll an athletics for myself to see if he catches it.
While he's catching it, I'm gonna pull an arrow out of my feathers. Don't be alarmed. This is a blunted arrow. Nothing to fear. This is completely safe, and I'm a professional.
All right. Well, he's ready to catch it.
Now, I'd like you to throw that apple as high as you can up in the middle of the aisle.
At first, he throws it, and it just kind of like a baseball, just kind of and lands by his head. Hey! And he takes it in both hands and just throws it up in the air.
Very good. And I'm gonna aim my bow, and I'm not gonna aim for the apple. I'm gonna aim for one of the chandeliers.
Oh!
And as I shoot him, I say, "Oh goodness me!"
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, where is this? Aha! How about a nat 20?
Okay, fine. Okay. Ooh, this is beautiful. You know what? I'm gonna have you describe it. You hit this at the perfect area, and it starts to fall off. What do you do once it starts falling?
Intervention! Everyone, get out of the way! Watch your heads!
Oh my god! And the guy just starts running away, and this chandelier comes crashing down. And there's people screaming and all worried and freaking out, and these two guards come up behind you and tap you.
Wait! Your Highness! Did you see it? Did you see what happened? Magical intervention! Some sort of force tipped my bow upwards towards your very fragile chandelier. I suspect the fortune teller.
And the fortune
She's
teller
a real magician, you know. I proved it.
What? As she's like holding out some of these cards.
She's been talking about curses and witchcraft. She told me she was a witch.
What a witch of your life. And intrusive thought. And the guards look you up and down and roll me a persuasion.
How about a deception?
That works.
A lying?
I like it.
Because I am 100% for it. How about a nat 1?
Oh no! Oh no! Yes, Bramble, go ahead.
So Lunar, like, already almost to the door, looks around, like, looks back as the chandelier crashes down, and looks at, oh my goodness. What's your character's name again? Chase?
Crosston.
Crosston. And looks, sorry, the screen went blank for me for the moment. Crosston, and goes, and books it. She can move at 80 feet.
Okay.
So she just doubles her speed in that, like, sprint, like, immediately across the room, and it's like, poof! And she, like, kind of appears at his side and goes, he's mine.
And they're like trying to figure out how to handcuff
That's a bold statement.
Wings. Excuse come over here. And the two guards take Crosston and you and gesture
instead
over
of
to the
letting them
side.
take Tim, she, like, just full on tackles him and, like, punches him.
The guard or Crosston?
Crosston.
Oh.
Oof. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's and somebody to arrest me. Oh dear.
And
he
the
thinks
guards
this is all part of the plan.
stand there like, what was that?
I will not be held liable for a bad shot. I will admit the fortune teller's a fake and can't cast magic, I just had a bad shot, but you can talk to the bookkeepers. It's all covered in my waiver. I had a very thorough waiver. I'm not responsible for the damages.
Both of you come with us, and they're gonna escort you out into just a separate area.
Struggle.
What?
Struggle.
Oh, you let me go, you fiend!
And everyone's people had noticed what was happening, and they're looking, but now people on the second floor are like very confused as these guards are trying to keep you quiet.
Trips Crosston into like the table of food, so like he like face plants.
Oh,
And, like,
Yeah, I will purposefully make a big scene on the table, throw food around, smash cake, whatever's around.
She like grabs him back off and
Look
pulls
at
him
the
off of it.
waiver!
And both of these guards, one for each of you. I'm gonna roll them. So each of you roll me a. We'll say. We'll go with athletics.
Cool.
Nat 20. I only know how to roll 20s and
Apparently.
Perfect.
Well, that's good because the guard coming towards you rolled a nat 1.
That's a 19 on my end.
Okay. Oh, roll one more time because I also got a 19.
Fine. That's 17 on my end.
Apparently, I only know how to roll nat 1s. So they're trying so hard to get you guys to like come with them, like pick you up and escort you out, but you guys are struggling to the maximum, and they can't keep track of you anymore, and you guys just kind of take off, and they're having a hard time keeping up.
And Lunar's like doing her best to like tackle Crosston and make a mess as they like fight.
Yeah, I'll be kicking my feet, and yeah, it'll be good. It'll be great.
I love it. As you're causing chaos with the food and people are starting to kind of scream and freak out, we're going to go back to Dawn and David. So this is kind of as this is all going on. So what would you guys like to do as this is starting to unfold?
Suppose probably join if this is why we're here.
Or you can do your own thing.
My squire.
Yes. Oh,
It's happening.
my lord, why would you taunt me so? And gesture towards the red hair.
Oh my gosh! I just put that together.
And I'm gonna throw my glass onto the ground.
Oh!
Please. Wasn't it enough that I had false hope, that I would go so close to what I thought might be a reunion, and yet now nothing.
And as you're giving this
Channel them.
as you're giving this little speech, a couple of people just kind of as this thing comes crashing to the ground, and this young elven woman with dark brown hair comes up, places her hand on your shoulder, and hands you a glass of wine. Says, "I'm so sorry. Are you okay? I'll clean up this mess. Just here, please take this drink. Are you doing okay?"
No. Have you ever had the love of your life ripped away from you multiple times?
No.
So, you don't know how it feels.
I guess not.
Thank you for the drink. And I'm gonna hammer it. Whatever it is. I have no idea.
It's just red wine. Or I'll
That's
make you roll
very
another
good.
D100.
Sure.
Let's
I'm
do
on
it.
board
Glass again. Smash the glass again.
for the
Pull it
chaos.
forward. Another.
Okay, that's a 51.
Okay. Oops. Okay, roll another one. That wasn't. Oh no, wait. That was the fortune. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. That was the wrong one.
The drink is you will die.
Yeah. Or find love on Flag Day.
Oh, that would. Okay. And the drink that she hands you is Fire Breath Ale. If someone drinks it and then breathes into a flame, you can cast a 3rd level fireball.
Oh, are there
Wow.
candles? Are there candles?
Oh yeah, there's candles everywhere. It's like the ambiance.
Oh no, I'm gonna blow us all up.
This one's on the bartender
Just
at this point.
Just the bar table. I feel like that's plenty to just keep going.
Yeah, I'll hammer it down, throw it on the ground, and then like, unbeknownst to me, just start yelling, and then
Oh my gosh. Okay.
it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt so bad.
Folks, don't serve fireballs at your party.
Those are fireballs at your party. Okay. So as this kind of explodes, luckily there's not many people nearby. The people that are getting like their cape and other things just kind of singed, and they're super offended by the fact that you have ruined their beautiful, rich clothes. And then some guards come over and grab the elven woman, take her to the side, and you see that there's a conversation happening. And then they leave her be, and they go and go and arrest the bartender. And they're escorting the bartender out of the party as the elven woman comes back and is standing there very terrified as she's the new bartender.
What did you give me?
Whatever the bartender makes, I just kind of grab stuff and hand it to people. Apparently, I'm really sorry. Apparently, there were some things on the menu that shouldn't have been. I think catering messed up, and we used the wrong menu.
Goodness. You know, look, I'm sorry I blew up at you. But could I make it up to you? Perhaps I could grab the rest of those drinks? The ones that the bartender made?
I mean, we don't have any more of the actual drinks. We have the ingredients.
Oh yes, the hazardous ones, please. I'll dispose of them.
Sure, I guess. And she takes a few minutes and kind of puts them in this almost like a tote bag and just hands them over to you. Here. What do you...
Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
No, again, I'm sorry. What was your name?
It's Ella.
Ella. Thank you, Ella.
You're welcome,
And
sir.
he's gonna take out another 5 gold and tip her 5 gold.
Thank you. And she gives this little bow. Have a good night. And there's a whole bunch, as you turn back around, there's a whole bunch of like servants and custodians like trying to clean up this fireball of a mess. And as you look around, the queen and her wife they are no longer within your sight. So we'll go back. Actually, Dawn, Lemon, are you doing anything other than just kind of watching?
I think I want to join in on the chaos.
Okay. How do you want to join in on the chaos?
Okay, so what's going on with Lunar Crosston?
Probably.
Being dragged away.
Yeah. So probably
Fake escorting me out.
as he's done the fireball on one side of the room and then the chandelier on the other, all the events are starting to kind of like mesh together. So at this point, you can actually roll a perception for me.
Perception. I think it said -1.
Yeah.
8.
Okay. Through the midst of the chaos and people grabbing their cloaks and preparing to leave, you cannot see your other 2 friends. So, actually with that, we're gonna take a brief break for about 15 minutes, and when we come back, Don Lemon's gonna do something chaotic, so make sure you stick around as we do that. So we'll see you here in about 15 minutes as the chaos continues. All right, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for letting us take our short rest, get some water, do a little bit of stretching, which I actually
Eat Baby Bell cheeses because they're delicious.
don't like those. I prefer to eat like the mozzarella balls, like little snack mozzarellas. That's what
Those
I
are
prefer.
Okay,
too.
those are pretty
Those are
good.
You saved it. You saved it.
Oh, good. They're gonna stay on the
We were
stream,
gonna
guys. We're
judge
gonna
you.
do it.
hmm
I figured. Okay, so kind of a quick TLDR. Chaos is occurring at this fancy royal ball, and as soon as Mika's done chewing, are you having pizza? Oh.
No, it's rice and chickpeas and
Ooh,
stuff.
nice. I just love to know what everybody's eating because I'm hungry. All the time. Okay, so we are now with Don Lemon. You said you wanted to join in on the chaos? Talk to me.
Well, that's why we're here, right?
That's exactly why you're there, except you're not supposed to get caught.
Oh.
Yeah, my backup plan was take your pay, so that's why I got caught.
Yeah. 'Cause that was the two stipulations, because you can get caught, so the thing was, no violence, as in no killing people, or animals of the like, and the other was do not get caught. If you do, this person will not bail you out, and will have no association with you.
Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing then.
Well, that's why I asked if you had an exit strategy.
Exactly, you can do what you want, you're gonna have a thing, or just rely
You
on
just
rolls.
have to get out. You can get caught, you just have to get out.
Yep, can't be thrown in jail, because that's what the other two guards are trying to do to Lunar and Crosston. They're trying to arrest them.
Oh, okay, I know what I'm doing.
And David over here is just fine. He just did a fireball, but it wasn't his fault.
I am the High Lord of La Lemon. I a knight's arrest. Come, let me assist. So I'm gonna go over to my squires and try and bumble this arrest.
Oh, okay. All right, so you come over to these guards who are just kind of like watching these two just like flail about. Well, only Crossing because he's getting tripped.
We have like a
I'm trying!
chain of arrests.
Yeah.
She's trying to arrest me. He's trying to arrest her. The guards are trying to arrest all of us.
Yeah. And so this bumble of a red-headed disaster comes up and is like, what do you want? We are trying to do our job here. If you can't help us arrest these two insane people,
I have a warrant.
show it to me.
Yeah,
Not
you
a
got
warrant.
a warrant.
Wow,
You were
what's
really
what's it
prepared.
called?
A bounty.
A bounty. I have a bounty.
Show me the bounty. And as the other one is now talking to Lemon, what do you want?
I'm thinking if I want to admit that they're my squires.
I'm a squire.
These are my squires, and I shall be the one to dole out punishment.
Absolutely not. You have no rule here over here.
I have
You
rule
are a
over
simple
them.
lord. We are
I
a
am
royal
High
guard.
Lord. Have you not heard of the High Lord of La Lemon?
No.
That is your own ineptitude.
Roll an intimidation.
Boy, what do I have for intimidation? +5.
No! Come on! I want to arrest them.
19 + 5.
Woo!
4.
It's pretty scary.
Got lucky. Got real lucky.
Okay. And the one guard who's talking to you just kind of goes, ineptitude. Yeah, that's sounds like a really strong word. Hold on just a second. And he goes to talk to this other guard who's trying to get these two to stop, and he's just like, just stay still.
I'm going with the bounty hunter, nice and peaceful. All right, I'll settle down.
Where's your bounty? Show me the paper.
And Lunar grabs Crosston by the nape of the neck and like right above his like tail feathers and like
So
slams
strong.
him into a tail.
Oh my gosh! What do you want to do about
You're
this,
really
Crosston?
dedicated to the act.
Oh, you're letting her do this?
Yeah.
Okay. And you slam into this table, getting the attention of pretty much everybody in this area. And because it's just such a huge place. And these people are just like absolutely panicked. You can hear these royals just kind of swearing under their breath and looking at you with the utmost disgust and disdain.
Why can't you chitty chat gossip? Just shut your beaks.
How about, and there's just like this random lady just stops destroying like the food and everything around us. We're all trying to have a party and you're causing complete disaster.
Stop struggling, you horse thief! And she like strokes him across the table to like shove all of the dishware off of it.
You were so prepared for this.
Poor Crosston, oh my gosh. And David, what are you doing?
All right.
As they've taken off.
So, question, what's the restroom situation like? Is there plumbing or are there like chamber pots or they're
You know
just
what, since there's watches, why can't we have plumbing?
Great.
Why not?
Great. I'm going in
Okay.
with all my volatile chemicals and I'm dumping them
I
all
forgot
into
you
one
had
of the
that.
toilets. Yeah, they're all going in one of the toilets.
Oh my gosh.
Then
I'm gonna
flush.
roll a strength check for this poor toilet.
How big are those toilet muscles?
Toilet strength.
Okay, so the toilet's decently strong.
Mhm.
But it's starting to get clogged. Some of it
Right.
has gone through, the rest is kind of clogged. And as the pipes are just kind of going in and out, kind of like a puzzle throughout the place, they're starting to collide with each other. And it's Taco Bell strong.
I'm gonna keep like the button. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep pushing it as things are going crazy.
Oh my gosh, and it takes a few tries, but everything eventually gets down. And as things are starting to explode at certain points, everybody in the rooms can all feel this rumbling. And you hear these people whispering, was that an earthquake? Is that thunder? Trying to figure out what exactly is going on. And then there's another just huge boom. And at the corner of the ballroom, the wall is gone, as well as a piece of the floor is just blown out the side. And it's absolute chaos everywhere. And the guards look at like the rest of you and they're like, you know what? Fuck this, we're out. And they just leave you there. Crosston still has handcuffs on. But they just like leave you there and go rushing to make sure everybody's okay. Luckily, no one was really hurt. It was just a lot of minor injuries and some weird toilet experiences for the other people around.
Lunar, I think I'm gonna go cooperative now and we can make our exit. I think we've properly destroyed things.
Sounds excellent. I really like this plan.
All right.
And she like
Lovely
just, like,
bounty
holds
hunter,
up
fine.
his-
I'll follow you to the jail.
very good.
So where are you trying to make your exit?
Just out through the front doors.
Okay. So as you're approaching the front doors, there are guards everywhere. They've started to block off the entrance to pretty much everywhere possible. And they are not allowing people to leave because they're trying to figure out what happened and ensure that somebody wasn't doing this on purpose to assassinate the queen, of whom is completely, she's not even there anymore. And the Dragonborn is still outside, and there's just all these guards in these gold adornments just as a wall, just blocking everything, as all of these royals are kind of like pushing towards the doors like, oh, we need to get out, and being like super dramatic.
Lunar walks up to one of the guards. Excuse me.
Yes?
I'd like to leave now.
I'm sorry, we're not allowing anybody to leave until they are all interviewed and they are cleared and they're searched.
Okay.
I got a bunch of arrows
well,
in my feathers. You can clear those out.
She just kind of pulls off her dress and like plops it on the ground. You can see I have nothing except for this, and she like produces a bounty. She says, "This is for him, and we'll be leaving now."
Just a minute. And he just like turns his back, not breaking this wall that they've created, and has his head tilted down as very clearly talking to somebody.
Crosston turns around and looks at her and then kind of panic looks away. There you are, first date.
It's just fur.
I understand. I didn't say anything.
There's another like kind of royal lady next to you, just kind of like, grasping your pearls, and she faints as someone catches her.
It's just fur.
What a bunch of brutes.
And so describe to me, what does this bounty say?
It's like Cross. Do you have a last name?
Nope.
Crosston, wanted for horse thievery and other misdemeanors.
You draw that? That's real good.
And it has like a post, like, you know, a sketch of him and like, you know, official signatures and all of that.
You got my feathers a bit wrong. You should have asked me about it ahead of time. It would have helped.
Oh.
I didn't do it.
Well, who did it then?
The officials.
All right, the officials. And I'm going to wink at you.
Poor Grossimir. I love him. This guard turns around and with the paper in hand, there's this like dwarven guy kind of like leaning in between two of these guards, like just like staring down.
It's just a bit of crime. Stop giving me the stink eye. It's all taken care of.
Okay, I can allow the two of you to leave, but you said something about arrows, and I need to confiscate those.
Yeah, they're in the feathers. Take them out.
All right, and he goes and
Gentle with it.
Just chill, okay? You're about to get arrested. Nothing about this is gonna be comfortable.
You don't look like you've ever shot an arrow in your life. You just be gentle with it.
That was rude. As he just continues to take out these arrows. You two may leave.
Chief.
Just
Thank
get out of our sight.
Thank you. Question, as we're walking out,
Yeah.
does it appear that all the guards are here?
Pretty much all of them. There's maybe one or two kind of scattering the place and looking about.
Once they've gotten far enough off, she looks to Crosston and goes, "You want to free some horses, right?"
Well, yeah. That would make
Okay.
this day perfect. That's not a pun on cats or nothing. I don't want you to take it that way. The
Date?
perfect bit. Well, yeah. I
You
mean,
do realize that I'm going to turn you in for a bounty, right?
right, bounty. I don't think anyone's listening now.
Apparently not. So as you two are planning this possible escape, we'll go back over to Dawn and David. What are you up to?
Is David back?
Yeah, that's a good question. David, have you come back yet? Where are you? Where are you at?
So David, flushed stuff, and now is probably stepping out of the bathroom, and he's drenched, soaked, and all sorts of stuff. And then he just kind of adjusts his coat, make sure his tie is tight enough, and then he'll walk over towards the bar. So that I'd say that's where he would be. Like, you just see him casually strolling, smelling
Alright.
off.
All right, so we'll wrap with that real quick. So you've made it over to, to the bar with the elven girl just packing everything up, and she notices behind you. And she's,
I
Hi?
got rid of it. Hello.
And she is absolutely speechless. Was this
What?
you?
I don't know.
I gave you a whole bunch of explosives. I did.
What? No, you didn't. It was the last guy.
Go ahead and roll me persuasion.
I'm going
Firstly.
to.
Sorry, what?
I'm going to assist.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Assist.
Coming in, putting my arm around his shoulder and saying, "My dear squire, of course my squire would never do such a thing. Come, it's time for us to take our leave."
Oh, yes. Does that mean I have advantage?
Yes.
Great. Oh, I'm so glad you assisted me because the first roll was a 10. So 22!
Yes!
Thank you, my lord.
Or else this girl probably would have gone and turned herself in.
And then instantly, like with my arm around him, I turn and point and say, "Rocinante!" And I cast Find Steed, and a spiritual horse is formed.
Oh my
It's
god.
rainbow colored. And I mount my steed and extend a hand and say, "Come with me if you wish to survive and adventure
Yes.
once more."
All right. I will take my lord's hand, and can I cast a spell upon said steed?
Yes.
I don't know any rules with that, so
Oh,
I like rule of cool anyways.
I am casting. If the steed is willing, I'm gonna cast fly upon it.
Oh!
So we'll have a flying
Oh,
speed of
nothing,
60
really.
feet.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Isn't it?
Well, now this horse can fly.
It doesn't say that spells cannot be cast on it.
Doesn't matter. This is
Oh.
rule of cool.
It's just a steed. Yeah.
Let's do it. I don't care about rules.
Just a quick wave to Ella.
We run towards the guards, and then we fly over them.
You can easily fly over them. This explosion has taken up like an entire corner of this ballroom, and
There's
it's just
definitely
open to
behind.
the air.
Yeah, there's definitely an explosion behind us as we fly through the air.
There's just a remainder, and now there's just like this little boop of a spark right behind you.
Unfortunately, my lance has been left behind.
Yep, your
Oh,
lance is so
no.
gone. So you successfully fly away. As you're flying away, let's go back to Lunar and Crosston. You want to free some horses, I hear. What's your plan? Just gonna go up and do it?
I could probably help you with the horses a bit more if you uncuffed me here.
It's like, well, I don't have the key.
Well, who's got the key?
I think the guards do.
Well, damn it. Well, you can take care of it then. I'll wait here. I just want to see the beast run free. But we're causing chaos. It's a little bit of chaos, isn't it? Yeah, it's probably enough chaos for one day.
Oh. You giving up on your venture?
Could you at least, cut these cuffs off with that big old axe?
I do that.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Can I rage before I do that?
Rage? Sure.
So as she like wheels her axe back, 3 other Lunars split out from her.
Oh my goodness, that's a neat trick.
And it's
Careful
like,
with the
you
feathers.
understand now what she meant by her past lives?
Aww.
And then she swings it down to
This-
sever the cuffs.
This sounds like one of Sam's shitty character ideas.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Whose character ideas?
So I think one's our role playing.
Yeah,
He's the original lead character idea guy.
it's awesome stuff.
Such good things.
Yeah.
So like by saying that, I mean like this is such a cool character idea. Like I'm loving this. Is basically what I'm saying.
By saying it's a shitty character idea, we mean that as like the highest compliment.
Thank you. It's a 14 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that totally is fine.
What's the tail feathers?
Because if you had rolled above a 15, it probably would have actually hit Crosston.
Ooh.
In my head, that's what I was gonna do. So you did a 14, so that the cuffs almost just practically shatter, and just fall off in glory.
Oh, that's much better.
Well, now you can go free the horses.
Oh yeah, all right. You gonna come with me?
I'll watch from here.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up to the horses.
Awesome.
I think Rocinante lands behind Lunar.
I just foresee there being a lot of horses, like all of the carriages
Oh,
that showed
yeah.
up.
It's almost like a herd of horses have just come barreling out and are just running all over the place.
I'm like squawking at him and making loud noises to get him to run.
And they are
Oh,
running.
You beautiful land trotters, get out of here!
Oh, beautiful. So you guys have, unless there's anything you want to do before I kind of move on to this next bit. Anybody have anything they want to do or say?
I'm just Squire. What is my other squire doing?
Bird?
Yes.
He's stealing some horses.
Excellent. In the name of adventure.
Aren't you like a knight?
Knights come in many forms. Truly, we're here for chivalry. We're here for the adventure. We are making a name for ourselves in this world. We are here simply for the glory of chaos, the glory of the steed, the glory of running away, the glory, hallelujah.
Crosston's gonna come
Now are you
flying
cutting it up?
above. That was a good speech. We should probably get going though. That's gonna make quite a scene.
Perfect.
Good job, Mike.
Do you know I could fly, Luna?
Huh.
Yeah, these aren't just for show. Let's go.
Excellent. So as it's kind of progressing into the night, Lunar, what do you want to do with Crosston?
So Lunar is like, I'm gonna have this be like one of those like, I accidentally let him go.
Whoopsie daisy.
Uh-oh.
I love it. Cool. So it just kind of happens. And over the next like day or two, you get another letter asking you to come back to the tavern. So when you come back to the tavern, that hooded figure is there and beckons you to the back corner. Come, back here. And as you all come over, and I'm sure Crosston was probably a little late, as he was before. So it beckons everybody. They beckon everybody to come over. And
I'm here. I'm here for the rubies.
I have more than rubies for you. And you each are handed this purple velvet pouch that's just full of gems. And as this person kind of does this bow to you, you can see this lock of red hair fall out of her hood as she bows to everybody and walks away. And that is where we're going to end the evening.
My squire.
What about your squire?
Destiny awaits.
Hmm?
I point to her and say, "Destiny awaits."
Oh, ho, ho.
All right. Let's ride.
That was
Russell
perfect.
Wilson!
Woohoo!
Wonderful. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this one-shot. Sorry, how are you? It's over. I'm not ready for it to end. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. That was chaotically fun. So I got the idea for this this one shot from DM Inspo on TikTok. So thank you to him for the idea for this game. This was exactly what I wanted and just brings the chaos. So I hope you all enjoyed it. We are going to wrap up here by doing a quick almost reintroduction. Plug your stuff, whatnot. I'm Erika Ondoin. You'll find me here most Wednesdays, and actually next Monday, me and Matt will be playing Divinity Original Sin for our second episode together, so I'm very excited for that. I will not be painting my forehead black again, because that took about a day to come out of my hair. So we look forward to seeing you then. Let's move on to Bramble. Tell us where we find you.
You can find me in most places at Bramblebee Games.
Yeah, perfect. Love it, Chase.
Yeah, you can find me and my team anywhere at Level 1 Geek. It's typically level LVL_1_geek. You can find us on Twitch. Thanks so much for running that, Ondwin. It was a
Yeah.
blast. I GM very frequently. I don't get to play very often, so it's always a delight.
Good.
And you guys were all a blast.
Same.
Thank you to everybody as well.
Of course. Thank you for joining. And then Matt.
Hello, I'm Matt. I played David. Thank y'all so much. It was such a blast, and y'all can find me improv and D&D everywhere.
Wonderful. Mika.
Hi, I am Don Lemon, High Lord of La Lemon, and you can find me riding Rocinante into the night.
That was perfect. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you everybody for joining in tonight at Roll D5. If you missed any of this, it will be up on YouTube later this week to catch up. Thank you for the follows and some of the gift subs that were given out. We really appreciate it. We love doing this for you guys. So feel free to follow us on Twitter, where you will see all of our updates and our schedule. And we will see you next time.
Come, my squires.